Politics. Basement Politics with Freddy Vazquez. I like that. I like that. Thank you. Thank you to my man CJ for producing the original music that you hear there for the show. So thanks so much. That was dope. He still has some touching up to do. He's actually going to add some vocals, but for now, I've been using it. Got to have an intro, right? Exactly. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining me. I'm Freddy Vazquez. This is Basement Politics, where we discuss local politics. We've been focusing a lot on Yonkers politics. Yeah, thank you. Bit of a late clap. That's okay. I'll take it. And the reason for that is because we're coming on the primaries. June 22nd. It's a Tuesday, I guess, right? Always a Tuesday, June 22nd. So we don't have much time. Less than a month now. So I'm sure many of you have been seeing these signs all over Yonkers. They are going and putting up all over, and, they're getting closer, so they got to hit it hard. So I see all the signs everywhere. So I've been taking pictures of the signs just to kind of support each and every one of the candidates. I'm trying to give equal support. All right? In as much as I can. And as always, each and every one of the candidates are always welcome to reach out to me and join me on my show. I would love it. It'd be a pleasure for me. I'd appreciate it. So if that's something that you would be up for, if we haven't already spoken about it, you can email me at politicwithfred@gmail.com. Believe it or not, while I like to say that everyone was accepting of the invite, I actually had one person that didn't even respond back. No, they didn't. No, they didn't. I guess that's the biggest, most important person of them all, I guess. So maybe that's why that person didn't get back to me. How dare I invite him to my itty bitty show in my basement? I would send you a link. You can stay in your house. But anyway, so welcome to the show. Thank you for watching. This is actually a pre-recorded show, something a little different from the live interviews that I do with the politicians, candidates who are running currently for some position, whether it's Westchester County Legislator, City Council, County Clerk. There's a lot of different things. So you have to pay attention. You have to see what's out there, who's running, and what pertains to you. And this is the premise of the show, right? I want to inform people. I mean, it's not just on politics, and I've been asked this. Are you going to have other guests? Are you going to have different things, different people? Sure, I will. And I've already spoken to different people that are not politicians. And a lot of them are excited to come on. I'm excited to have them on. So, yeah, no, we're definitely going to have other people on the show. I'm looking to have community organizers, community leaders, executive directors of nonprofits, business owners, especially those that are in the community, giving back and making themselves known. So we want them to come on. We want to speak to them. And by the way, that person that I asked who didn't come on the show or didn't even respond, I didn't invite you today, May 26th. So it's not you if you're the person I invited today, because I did not hear back from that person also. But I'm not sure if I even got the right page. That person blocked me. Yeah. But it's a little strange, because they blocked me and then wished me a happy birthday on my birthday, but not on my page. Do you like me or don't you? If I block someone, which I'm not sure, I did. I've blocked people. I'm not going to wish them a happy birthday. But whatever. That's the world we live in today, right? So anyway, Basement Politics, like I said, this is the first recorded show that I'm going to be putting on. And today I'm going to be talking about real change in the community. That's part of why I have Basement Politics. You cannot create change if you are not informed. And I think one thing I've noticed in this past year especially is that, and I'm not saying I am the most informed, but a lot of people are just not informed on the issues. And again, I need to be informed more as well. I'm not sitting here saying I know all the issues, but let's learn together, right? So let's do it. Let's learn. Let's become informed voters. Let's become active members of our community. If we can be more informed, I think we can be more productive and we can create real change. Real change. Real sustainable change. Change that will not go away after a year. Sort of like the Black Lives mural, right? In front of City Hall. Yeah? Have you seen it lately? It's fading. Just like the whole movement almost. And what change was created? And now I'm not looking to blame or point fingers or talk negatively of anyone. That's not the goal. But we must assess the efforts that we are making, right? We have to sit back and say, hey, okay, we've been doing this. Is it working? Are there results that suggest we are doing the right thing? Or do we just continue doing this because we think and believe that this is what is going to create this change? I don't know. I don't know everything again. I know some people may say, hey, he thinks he knows it all. Yeah, I'm sure. Get that a lot. My wife says it. No, I'm asking you. I'm asking the people, the viewers. How do we create real sustainable change? I mean, we've been doing the same thing, right? The same thing since at least 1992, right? We saw Rodney King get beat. And then there were protests and there were riots. Riots, I don't know, call them what you want. I don't want to offend anyone. But we're still here, 2021. Actually, yeah, almost 2022. So 40. No, I'm sorry, 30 years. 30 years. Yeah, I'm getting old. My math is not as good as. I just didn't want to believe that I was that old because if I 40 is from the 80s. Wow, I'm getting old. But 30 years. And it's still happening. And it just happened not that long ago. The other day, there was another black male shot. But BLM raised $6 to $10 billion. They created a huge movement. Why is it still happening? Why? Right? So are we really doing the things that are going to create or that are creating real change, real sustainable change, change that lasts, right? And I just, I haven't been seeing that. And maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Listen, that's what we're here to do. Talk, comment, let me know. Say, hey, Fred, you're wrong. I'll take it. I don't care. I accept criticism. I accept when I'm wrong. How else am I going to be right? I have to know that I'm wrong. But I just don't see it. So I So I'm trying to do what little I can. And my goal and my vision is that whatever little I'm starting now will snowball. Snowball. It'll snowball into something big because everyone will put a piece of themselves into this change. It can't just be one person. It can't. It needs to be an entire people. If it's one person, you can assassinate that one person. You assassinate the message. So it has to be an entire group of people that believe the same and that are giving it the same and putting a piece of themselves into this change. And it starts before you even walk out your door. Right? We can't make change, not real change, if we haven't changed ourselves in a more positive way. I know I'm working on it. Not all the way there yet. I'm trying. It's not easy, I know. I'm trying to be positive. And I'm trying to have more patience. Yeah, I'm trying to, not be so quick to react to someone who's looking for a reaction. Right? So that's part of my change. And I'm becoming more spiritual. And along with that, I'm wanting to do more. I'm finding a greater purpose. And that's to help create change. I didn't say to create the change. I said to help create the change because it's going to take a lot more than me. It's going to take a lot more than a few of us. It's going to take everyone. And that's what we have to do. We have to come together. Yeah. And even in that unity among the people, we will see that not only will change happen within the community, but it will also happen within politics. Right? If we unite, come together, and say, hey, this is what we need. This is what we want. And if you're not willing to produce that, we are not going to vote for you. It doesn't matter what district you're in. We're standing together. Right? For the most part, yes, some people pay taxes. Other people don't. But we all live in the same city. We all want the same things. For the most part, we want good schools. I think that's a commonality we can all come around. Right? I definitely think we want better roads. Those potholes are killing my rims. And I think that's a problem we all face. We all want to feel safe. Doesn't matter where you live. Doesn't matter what color your skin is. Sex. Age. Doesn't matter. We all want to we all want to have the ability to provide for our family. We want good jobs. Right? We want decent wages. We want beautiful parks. Right? We want parks for the kids. I was talking about that to this guy, earlier. Shout out to my man who I was talking with earlier. I don't want to say his name. I didn't get permission. He cuts hair. and we were talking about a basketball league, right? Because I have this thing. I want to create a basketball league this summer. I have this whole vision. I'm like really trying to rally the troops. And I would love to see it happen. And I'm talking to a gentleman who has 4 daughters. And he lives on the southwest side of Yonkers, side that I grew up on. And we're talking about this league because the guys there, they're all talking about a basketball tournament, an all-city Yonkers basketball tournament. You would get teams from different neighborhoods to compete with each other in a friendly game of basketball, friendly competition that unites us. We can't get things accomplished if we're not united. But what, I just dug out from the conversation was that he told me he takes his daughters to the other side of town, another side of town, to join a sports league. He has to go to the other side of town so his daughters can join a decent sports league. So only those living on that side of town want sports leagues for their kids. I just don't understand why we can't get a league for kids that's not in desperate need of something. Shirts, nets for the goals. I mean, I just don't understand how we just don't have like a standard that we set, right? All across the board. Okay, get it. Granted, some people pay taxes. Well, then we compensate that, for the side that doesn't pay as much taxes. I mean, but one thing I learned about taxes, right? And maybe I guess property tax is a little different, but if you have a house, and I know it's tough, taxes are going up crazy. This is another thing we have to unite and get the politician on, but you have to be grateful for the things you do have. I remember the first time I had to pay, taxes, I pay taxes. I don't get a tax return, but I don't complain about it. But I remember the first time I had to, I did. I complained. I had to pay? Wait a minute, I'm not getting a tax return? I was looking forward to this. No, you got to pay. How much? What? I paid it, by the way. I paid it. Just in case, I have to make that very clear, especially now. I paid it. I had the money. And the guy that mentored me, maybe he's watching this, said, hey, be grateful that you made the money. Do you have it in the bank account to pay it? Did you save your money? Yeah, I got it. I do. I never had this much money before. I don't know, But I was grateful that I was even in a position to do that. So we have to be grateful, right? And so we have to champion for each other. We do. We can't say, well, I do this and you don't do that. And, I get it. I get it. Some people just, they don't do nothing. They don't want to do nothing. I get that. I do. But we can't just say, screw it. That, hey, you get what you get because you don't pay taxes or you don't contribute. So your kids suffer. There's kids out there. They don't know about taxes. They didn't choose to be there and grow up there. So they're unfortunately in a situation where they just say, hey, this is what we have. So whatever. Nobody cares, right? That's what they think. Nobody cares. Where are the leagues? What happened to Luddale? Did you see the field that we used to play on? So yeah, I can understand why this guy would take his kids to the other side of town to join a league. And I'm glad he's doing it. His kids are getting exposed. And that could lead to something. That could ultimately leave them on the other side in a big, giant home. They may be some great athlete one day. Maybe not even in Yonkers who live here, go to, I don't know, Scarsdale. Give me 5 acres over there. All right? So we need to create real change, real sustainable change, and we need to do it together, united. And I say that because today I was reminded of the lack of unity among people. And when you think that you got some unity going, then you realize you don't. I do. It happens. And it's sad. And it's sad because people start to see you doing something and they just ready to take you down. And it's obvious. It's obvious. Mama didn't raise a fool. I'm not an idiot. I tell my wife that all the time. I'm not being egotistical. I'm not an idiot. So don't act like I'm one. Don't treat me like one. Don't approach me like one. I see what you're doing. And we're supposed to be working together to create change. I remember the first time I came out. I started coming out, to do things in the community, like really out there, like under push. We have a nonprofit, my wife and I. It's called People United for Social Honor. And granted, we're not everywhere all the time, okay? Because, we have a lot going on. We also have 2 kids, but we're doing what we do. And I put a lot of other, things behind it, effort, time, whatever. But anyway, we were going out there. So I wanted to get involved. There's a pandemic going on. I want to do something. So I went and bought a bunch of masks. We bought masks, gloves, and we were handing them out. And I got to, start to meet the different organizations, and throughout Yonkers, different community activists, the community leaders, some politicians waved at me a little, maybe. I don't know. Remember them. They smiled. And we also brought food to essential workers at St. John's Hospital, St. Joseph, whatever. I donated, and I also went to St. Joseph. And I spoke with the CEO there, a gentleman by the name of Mike Spencer. Had a good conversation with him. Talked to him about maybe doing something in the community. St. Joseph. And they said they were. And I don't know. It's pandemic. I get it. But one thing, I noticed is just there was this competition. It's like, between the nonprofits. And it just, I didn't quite understand it. I'm in business. I understand the competition there when it's for profit. We're trying to get the business. But why are we competing? And it wasn't, in your face. Hey, no, but it was subtle, and you can see it, you can feel it. It seemed more. And look, I'm not knocking nobody. I'm probably people probably say, "Oh, this guy." I know I'm Freddy Vazquez. But I'm just being honest. I am. I'm just being honest. And I just didn't understand it. I said, aren't we all here to help? I mean, the more the merrier, I thought. But I felt like, some people now didn't even want to, they didn't even welcome me. I didn't feel, I'm like, hey, what's going on? Yeah, let's do it. You want to help? Let's go. Come on. If you ask around now, there's people that'll tell you now when I talk to them. The passion, the excitement. I want to do this. Like I asked them, come on, I need your help. Let's all do it. We have to do it together. We need everybody. It's not about me. I'm not promoting myself. Do you think I want to do this? Think I need to do this? I got tickets, a bunch of tickets today. I think that was targeted, actually. The guy was like smiling. It's the chubby guy, heavy-set parking ticket guy. I think he should get a psych evaluation. Gets a little kick out of giving the tickets, Seen him do it for a while now. Smiles. He has this like wicked, evil Son of Sam smile when he gives the tickets. Yeah, he does. Gave me a ticket right in front of my face. The audacity. After giving me 2 tickets. The meter had expired. So did my inspection. I didn't even realize it. I just got it out the shop. It was an accident. I'll take care of it. I'll pay the tickets. Whatever. Anyway, we need more unity. We need to be united. This is not a competition. Nonprofit is not a competition. We shouldn't have to compete over what we're doing. And we also should really need to be strategic on how we help the community, how we service the community. We have to maximize our limited resources. Right? And you know, I got to give a shout out to Tasha Diaz. Tasha, if you watch this, are we good? Are we good, Tasha? If we are, send me an email. politicwithfred@gmail.com. I see you out there. I've met you out there helping, providing for the community. John Rubel was with you. I didn't see him myself. I saw the picture. But I've seen you multiple times. All the time. Feeding Westchester, PCNY, tractor trailers. Tractor trailers. That's dope. And I appreciate that. And that's what we have to see. So, I mean, how can you knock that? She's out there. She's doing something. And she will fight for her constituents 1,000%. Check it out. That's what I like to see. So I respect that and shout you out, and I appreciate it. I do, and that's dope. And I just, I'm being a little funny, but that's dope. That's what I'm talking about. So, and we have to come together, and we have to do more, and but we also have to be strategic also of what we're doing with limited resources, right? And which is why it's important that we come together. It's very important. The more people, the more we get done. And we cannot have this negativity. Yeah, it's there. Come on. I mean, someone tried to embarrass me today. They tried to make me look bad. And another person liked the post. Was the like a little something? Maybe not. Maybe not. But hey, it wasn't done in good taste. And it was a misunderstanding by the other person. I didn't have the misunderstanding, that other person did. And rather than reach out to me like they had done just 2 days prior, asking me about my show, they could have done the same thing to clear things up, but they didn't. They tried to embarrass me. You think I don't know that's what that was? Or you're trying to be funny and you thought it was cute. But that's not okay. That's negative. Why? When I've tried to help this person, right? I've reached out to this person. So his response was, I was just trying to give you an idea for your show. Well, I appreciate that. But you could have reached out to me the way you did when you had a question the first time about the way I do my show. And I'm always willing to help. So that's not unity. It's not how we get things done. And I'm going to catch a lot of flack. And I do. I tend to catch a lot of flack. And maybe it's my fault. Maybe I bring it upon myself. But if you get to know me, and I think that And I should have appreciation for that, actually, for people who have a preconception of who they are, because that happens to me quite often. But if you get to know me, you'll see what I'm about. I like to get things done. It's about the results for me. Yeah, all that looks great, but what are the results? What impact has been made? Comment. Send me an email. So we need to be strategic. We need to assess, what are we doing in the community? What are we doing, and is it creating real sustainable change? Is it making an impact? Is it increasing the rate of success among the young Black and Latinos, Hispanics? I'm going to call all people that speak Spanish, not because you learned it in school. I'm talking about because your family originated from a Spanish speaking place. I'm going to say place. It could be a common, what Puerto Rico is, a captured island. I'm just kidding. Right? But all people that originated from somewhere where they speak Spanish, right? So I'm just gonna say Latinos because I get it, or Hispanics. What are we doing? Are the rate of success increasing? Is the schools improving in these communities? It seems like everybody fights for the few schools. One of the ones I hear about a lot is the Charo. The Charo, the Charo, the Charo, the Charo, the Charo, the Charo, the Charo. What school do your kids go to? Mine go to the Charo. You should put them in Charo. But then I heard the Charo wasn't good just today. I don't know. Pulaski, they said. Put them in Pulaski. I can't, it's not up to me. I can only pick 3 choices. Then I leave it up to the gods of the Yonkers Public School lotto system thingy. But why do parents have to go through that anxiety every year? Or for those anyway that are looking to go into a new school. What are we focused on? What are we doing to create real, sustainable change? Are we voting the right officials in? Are we giving the right amount of effort? I'm going to try to be out there. And I'm looking for people to reach out to me. I'm projecting my voice through this podcast so people can reach out to me. Email me. Give me some ideas. Let's get together. Someone actually was talking with me. We were talking about, creating or working towards finding ways to create homeless shelters or spaces for homeless women and children. Just the other day, I'm driving down Nepperhan, just before it splits, right there by Elm Street. I was leaving the fire that happened the other day on Maple Street. Big fire. 4 buildings. And as I approached the light on Nepperhan and Elm Street, I'm heading eastbound, just before you split into Yonkers Ave, and I see this person, and it's nighttime, and I see this person, and they're aggressively approaching cars. I already knew right off the bat they were, asking for money, but in an aggressive manner. And you can see the person in the car scared. It was an older woman. So I had a flashlight, and I flashed the person. And they walk over to me. And all I hear is my last name, Vazquez. And I look. I was a teacher, assistant teacher at one point, and I was also a crisis interventionist at another point, and in schools, special needs schools. And this was one of the students at the school I worked at. She was about 12, 13 at the time. I asked her, what's she doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? She screams at me, I need $5. It broke my heart. It broke my heart. It broke my heart. I gave her my business card. I said, look, I'll give you my business card. Call me tomorrow. This was, the next day was going to be Monday, I believe. Call me tomorrow. And let's see what I can do. Let's try to get some help. Let's do something. She was obviously having withdrawals and in desperate need of money to buy more drugs. Unfortunately, she's never called. I see her every day now. I saw her again. I stopped. I said, what can I do for you? She said, I need some tea. Her voice was real raspy, hoarse, and low. So I took over to the store right there on Elm Street. I got her some tea. I got $10 out of my pocket. And I paid for the tea, and I gave her the rest of the change. Again, I gave her my card. I said, please call me. I said, what is it? What are you? What's got you like this? Cocaine. So I didn't see her the rest of that day. I guess maybe the money that she got from me was enough. And honestly, I was okay with that. I was okay with that. She wasn't standing on the street anymore. And this is a huge problem. This is a huge problem here in the city of Yonkers. And the people that get elected in the coming election have a serious problem to address. We have a lot of homeless children out there. Many young adults, teenagers addicted to drugs. We have prostitution. By the food town over on Elm Street. I pulled in there one time early in the morning. Again, I'm doing business on Waverly. Had a client there. So one time, I'm not, not going around picking people up. I'm just kidding. No, but I was in the area, had a client, and I was leaving the property, and I pulled over to the food town. A woman followed me in and approached the car, and I looked at her, and she looked at me, and she said, oh, and she said, oh, nice car. And I said, okay, thank you, and walked away from me. Did she think I was coming to pick her up? Unbelievable. It's just unbelievable. And I haven't seen it. I can't believe it. I was talking to someone, and a teacher, maybe a principal, I don't know, works in a school in Yonkers. And she says she's seen some of her former students prostituting. I mean, are we just like wanting this place to just go to hell? Is there some kind of strategy here? I mean, I haven't seen it as bad since they had the prostitution going on by the post office. I was a little kid then. It's crazy. So it's just crazy. Something has to be done. So there's a big, huge problem. And mental illness, it's probably the big reason why so many are addicted to drugs. They're self-medicating. Um, and right there in Getty Square, you see them. Sometimes they get stuck. Sometimes they. I saw one guy crossing Main Street. He just dropped to the floor, got back up, kept walking, dropped again. Are we waiting for the developments to be done and then we're going to clear it out? I don't know. I think it's. I mean, what's being done? I mean, is someone talking about it? Maybe I missed it. I don't know. So anyway, we need to really focus on the kind of change that we're creating. We need to create real, sustainable change, and not gentrification, revitalization. That's not change. Well, it is change actually. It's change. You're changing things, right? I guess we need to be more specific. Make things better for the people who are already here. Can we get one word for that? Anti gentrification. Right? Maybe? I don't know. But we got to do something. And I don't want to see nobody following me either. I've heard about this. People are warning me. Why? Why am I getting warned? What am I doing? It's amazing the things that you start to hear by doing a podcast in your basement. It's incredible. And I look forward to hearing more about it. So if you have anything you think I'd like to hear, email me, politicswithfred@gmail.com, because we can't change things if we don't bring things to light and see that there is something that needs to be changed. So let's bring it to light. Whatever. And let's not get personal. Let's not mudslinging. Unity, peace. It's all about being positive. We need to be positive. We are in the age of light. Soon we'll be headed into the age of love. We need unity. So we need to focus on real, sustainable change. And when we head out to the polls, and all you Democrats voting on June 22nd at the Democratic primaries, right? We need to make sure that the people you're voting for are the people that are doing something. The people that want change, not for their pockets, but change for the people who are here now. Don't forget the houses on the other side, the taxpayers. We all need help, some form of fashion, but we all in it together. So we need unity. And again, when you go to vote, whether the Democratic primaries, and listen up, the Democratic primaries, are just like in some races are pretty much the general election. Whoever wins in the primary is going to be that person that's in that position. So it's important. So and I don't understand that. How do we just have that? No, so nobody on the Republican or any other party is going to challenge the Democrat. So that once the primary is over, that's it. And it's cool, I guess. If I was a politician, I'd want it to be that way, right? If I was a Democrat. But then really, who's making the decision? Not the Republicans. Hey, something to think about. And by the way, I learned there's a new strategy. Change parties when you see that the voter base in your district is not favoring the party that you're in currently. It's a dope strategy. Dope strategy. Dopeness. Dopeness. I don't care. What? Yeah. I'm being warned. For saying that? Am I going to get followed for saying that? Maybe. I get followed anyway, actually. I do. But, I don't care. They're doing their job. The Yonkers police are doing their job. They do an amazing job. I have no qualms with the police. I shouldn't be warned that they would follow me because of my show. I'm nobody. But anyway, make sure you go out and vote. Very important. These elections are important because they're going to be doing redistricting. Do you know what that means? Because I just learned. They're going to be doing redistricting, something that happens every 10 years, I hear. So it's a fight. It's a lot going on. Most of us don't know. I know I was one of those people too. I just went about my day, went about my business. I don't care. Going to make some money, take care of my family. Not anymore. Not anymore. I don't got nothing to lose now. Now I got purpose. Things were put into perspective for me. I grew up here. My family's from here. I love Yonkers. And it hasn't always been great. No. But I love this place. I don't know why. We should go. Let's get out of here. But something keeps me here. Something keeps me here. So, again, make sure you vote. Make sure you get involved. If you're not involved, don't complain. If you're complaining, get involved. And make sure you vote. And make sure you watch the show. Sundays at 8. I've changed it to 8. Make sure you watch. Send me some emails. Send me some emails. I want to know what's going on. And so does Tony. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for watching. Join me this Sunday, I'm ready for June. May 30th. I'm going to be joined by London Reyes. London Reyes is a candidate for Westchester County Legislature, District 17. Now, London has run for a political position before. I believe it might have been Westchester County Legislature spot. He didn't win, but he's determined. He says he's got it this time. We'll talk to London this Sunday at 8, May 30th. And then next week, I switch things up a bit, and I'm going to go live on Thursday. I believe that's June 3rd. And I will be joined by Carlos Burgos. I said it like that because I've had some interest in his appearance on the show. I don't know. I'm like, I didn't even, who's Carlos Burgos? But I've had people ask. And I got some interesting things to talk to him about. So join me on Thursday, June 3rd. I'll be speaking with Carlos Burgos. He's running for City Council, District 4, Quattro. And then after that, I will be joined by Ron Madden. He's running for City Council President. That will be June 6th. Another interesting interview. Looking forward to that. Going for the top spot. And then Christopher Johnson just recently confirmed. County Legislator Christopher Johnson will join me also. That's another interview I'm looking forward to. Chris and I, as well as my wife, have been working on some things through our organization push, and he's come through. I'm going to give credit where credit is due always. So I got Chris Johnson, June 13th. It's basement politics. Basement politics with Freddy Vazquez. Yeah, it's basement politics. Basement politics with Freddy Vazquez. It's basement politics. Basement politics with Freddy Vazquez.